Well, that was surely a championship finale to remember for many reasons. The 2025 Supercars Championship is complete, and the talk of the town was the Supercars Final Series. You had 4 drivers competing for the title. You had Chaz Mostert, Brock Feeney, Will Brown, and Kai Allen. I made a video on Kai Allen, you can check that out up wherever it is. But today I'm talking about the winners of the championship. Spoiler alert, it was Chaz Mostert. He managed to turn on the Jets ever since the final series basically started, and he has been Brock Feeney's main adversary since the Gold Coast, because B-Feen has been the unbeatable driver throughout the season. Throughout this season he got 14 wins, 19 pole positions, a new record by I think 2. He broke his own record twice at the Adelaide Street Circuit, and 14 of those wins were with 6 other podiums. So it was really a championship weekend in any other format, and that's what's shown when you calculate the old point system going into Adelaide. He would have been 280 something points ahead. Basically all he had to do was show up on Friday and he would have won the championship. But this final series gets some excitement and some intensity in the format, and he was basically flawless for the whole weekend, right up until Sunday. Because the clash of probably the decade so far has just occurred. Ryan Wood, driving for Walkinshaw Andretti United, hit Brock Feeney going into turn 6, I think it was, and there was so much. Ryan Wood was the wingman of the year for Chaz Mostert. After he got knocked out after a miserable reliability effort at the Gold Coast, he played the ultimate wingman at Sandown, and then at Adelaide he gave up about 10 or 11 seconds to pull behind Chaz Mostert in the second race after Chaz Mostert absolutely rattled that Ford Mustang around the streets of Adelaide. And with this unfortunate incident in lap 1 for race 3, it really sparked a lot of controversy. So Brock Feeney was on the back foot, but it really got worse throughout the race. You see, on Saturday he had some sort of engine cutting out issue, but it was a minute issue. It was really only a problem for about 5 to 10 laps. Then it went away and he ended up winning the race on Saturday. Sunday, however, it came back and it was worse than last time, and it just kept getting worse. And after the first pit stop, where he was catching up to the likes of Macaulay Jones and Will Davison, fighting back after being basically last on the first lap, it started to cut out on him, and he started to lose about 10k or 5 to 10k's down the straights, and it would keep getting worse and worse. Unfortunately, there wasn't much that he could do about it. Even if the Ryan Wood situation didn't happen, he would have still had this engine issue, I reckon. And it's a shame, because it would have been interesting and exciting to see Brock Feeney battle through the pack. He was flying and still dragging that Camaro through the streets of Adelaide. Even with this engine misfiring issue, he was still, for some points, about the 4th or 5th quickest car on the lap. But what I will describe is this. This is the best season without a championship. The only major trophy Brock Feeney did get was the Repco Sprint Cup, but even then, even at the time, he was not really interested in that championship. He was more interested in the 25 bonus points he got going into the Gold Coast. When it comes to the major trophies, it was mainly taken up by Matt Payne. I mean, you got the Jason Richards Memorial Trophy, he won the Enduro Cup with Garth Tander, they won Bathurst together. He won the Adelaide 500 by winning the Sunday race on Adelaide, and Brodie Kostecki and Todd Hazelwood would win the race at the Bend. So Brock Feeney basically left the 2025 Supercars Championship $50,000 richer from the pole award and a bunch of stickers on the side of his door seal in the Camaro. So what can we take out of the weekend? Well, I'm going to say that Ryan Wood is probably the biggest villain for the GM fans right now. He has been a pest for the Red Bull Ampol racing, basically ever since Queensland Raceway, where he and Will Brown got into some sort of spat and there was a bit of this going on. And then being the rear gunner of rear gunners for Chaz Mostert at Sandown and Adelaide didn't really help his cause. And it's interesting to see that going into 2026, Toyota is going to have the number 1 on their car, because I didn't even realize this. This is the first time that that specific team has won the title since 2002. The last time the number 1 was on the side of one of these two main Walkinshaw cars was the first year of the Project Blueprint era. Yeah, it's been that long. And yes, they did win in 2006 and 2007, but that was the sister team. I mean, like I said, with Brock Feeney, he got 19 poles, 14 wins, and 20 podiums. Compare that to Chaz Mostert, who got 1 pole, that was at Perth, 4 wins, and 14 podiums. The thing you have to look at is his final series results. 6 out of the 7 final series races, he either finished first or second. He finished the first 3 races in first, then he got a 4th in the second race at Sandown, and at Adelaide he basically took home the silverware literally by getting 2nd in all 3 races. So I compared Chaz's 2025 to going over to NASCAR. In 2011, Tony Stewart had quite an average regular season, a bit like Chaz. Chaz's only win before the Gold Coast was at Taupo. And with Tony Stewart, he didn't get any wins. In fact, he was on the brink of missing the playoffs. But he turned the Jets on at the right time, and out of the 10 races in the chase, as it was called, Tony Stewart won 5 of them. And because of that, he and Carl Edwards finished the year tied on points. Do you know what got Tony Stewart the championship? Count back. 5 wins for Tony compared to Carl's 1 win early in the season really got him the championship. So this final series really changes the mindset on how you go about a championship. I mean, this has been the perfect example this year. You can go for most of the year almost flawless. The only time I can think of Red Bull Ampol racing, specifically the 88 car, having issues is qualifying at Taupo when they misjudged how well their first run was, the Bend with their pit stop issues, Bathurst when Feeney made that small mistake, but he still got back to 6th, if you remember, and this one, 4 minor to major issues for that car. Other than that, it's been flawless, and he gets nada, squat. The only thing he gets out of this year, like I said, a Repco Sprint Cup, 50 grand for the pole award, and a bunch of stickers. So does this put a hole in the final series? No, I don't think it will. This was always going to happen. You're going to get times where the best driver doesn't win the race. I'm going to do a video later in the week talking about a wee piece that Repco put out, talking about the winners of the championship if this final series was a thing for the last 10 years. So Brock Feeney should, I think, be a bit robbed of this year. I mean, like I said, all the work he's put in, it's come to nada. But do I reckon it's going to be the highlight of his career? No. I think he will get championships. I think he will get Bathurst. He'll probably get more 500k wins, and I think he will get an LA 500 win. Well, another one. He already has one. That was his first race win. So that's what Brock Feeney has to look forward to. But for the now, he should feel like he's been kicked in the nuts and they've been squeezed. It feels really, really bad for Brock. So that's my deep dive into Brock Feeney's what could have. If you like this video and you want to see more, give a like and a subscribe. The support would be very much appreciated. I'm trying to get this channel to now 150 subscribers before the end of the year. And while you wait for the next video, check out one of these videos over here or over here, wherever I put them. And I'll see you in the next video, whatever that may be.